All right, Mr. Davidson, I'm going to go ahead and take your cuffs off here. I'll have you sit down. I'm going to cuff you to the table. All right?
Yeah, you can stand as well, if it's easier for you.
You should be able to flex your e-muscle on it.
Yeah, I'd say give it up. Can you hear me?
Barely.
Okay, gotcha. Let me get a little closer to you, okay? How about now? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so you can go and face me a little bit here. Let's start off with your name.
Sam Davidson.
Sam Davidson. Okay, perfect. And then, how old are you?
42.
42. Gotcha. And where are you from?
I'm from out of state. From here, no, I'm not really from here. I just moved here.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, my name's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Like a couple weeks ago.
Gotcha. Well, my name's Detective Diamond, and it seems like you wanted to speak with me. So let's talk. What's going on, man? What do you want to talk about?
So, I was just minding my own business and driving down the street. I forgot what street it was. And a guy looks Hispanic, sounds kind of Hispanic, was on a yellow bike and cut me off. I was just going to be like, okay, all right. He kind of follows me a little bit, and me and him have an argument. I step out of my vehicle, and we had an argument, and I had my gun near my waist, so just in case something sketchy happens, because around near Grove Street is not a good area. So basically, he had a problem with me, and I told him, you need to back up. He pushes me, starts attacking me. I had the gun in my hand. I hit him multiple times with the gun handle, and he wouldn't stop, so I put 2 bullets in him.
Okay.
And then I got in my vehicle and took off because I was afraid I was going to be charged with attempted or murder. I don't know if he's still alive or not.
Okay, by the way, if there's some silence, that means I'm just taking notes here. So, let's kind of start a little bit from the top here. So you said a yellow bike cuts you off somewhere near Grove Street, okay? And do you remember anything about that person? Any descriptive tattoos or anything like that?
Well, he looks Hispanic, but he's always wearing a cowboy hat. He kind of has a weird voice. I've been told by other guys he's really big guy that I guess the gang task force knows who he is. That's why I had my gun in my hand, because his reputation, and I kind of knew who he was, but at the same time didn't, because I've never met him in person.
Gotcha. So you kind of know of him, you just don't know his name. And
yeah.
So he starts to get a little aggressive towards you?
Yeah. You got a problem, then, starts, getting in my face and everything. And me and him kind of argue about the situation. And then he starts pushing me and attacking me.
And then that's where you hit him with the gun, right?
Multiple times, and then I discharged my weapon twice. Even though I don't have a weapons permit or anything like that, I know that's illegal to carry.
Okay. And where's the gun now?
It's probably one of the. I guess he's got it.
Got it. Okay, cool. And then, I guess we can get a chance sending me the serial number of that gun.
Yeah, I'll have to write that down right now.
Okay. And then you leave the scene. Because why exactly again?
I was afraid that I was going to get charged with a bigger crime. Mm-hmm. I've in a different state. Since I was a kid, I've been getting in trouble with the law, and I'm trying to turn my life around and everything, and not go to the gangs and everything like most people. I'm trying to change my life around because it's been too long and everything for me being doing this, and I'm getting too old for this shit.
Gotcha. So, how long ago was this exactly?
I'm just gonna say maybe a couple hours.
A couple hours ago. Okay. Can you give me a guesstimation of a time?
Um,
Sir?
it was about 2.5 hours ago. I don't remember what time it was.
Okay. Gotcha. Let me think about here. Any other details you think you might miss in the story? Or is this recount?
Sorry, I was out of my head. What was that again?
Well, let me go back over my notes here, and then you let me know if I missed anything, okay? So, you're driving down somewhere near Grove, and there's a yellow bike that cuts you off. A person who looks Hispanic, wears a cowboy hat, has a weird voice, then, is the one who cuts you off. You don't know who he is, but you kind of know of him. Street crimes might know who he is. And when you talk to the gentleman, he starts to get pretty aggressive towards you and starts pushing you. So you guys get into a little scruffle where you end up hitting him with the gun multiple times and actually discharging 2 shots at him. Now, do you actually see him go unconscious, or do you leave before then?
I seen him go to the ground, and that's when I took off.
Okay. And then this happened about 2.5 hours ago, correct?
Yes.
And then if I were to hand you a map, would you be able to, you think you'd be able to figure out exactly where it happened?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go and hand you a map here. And then you just let me know when it comes to those numbers, what's the closest thing.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
It's gonna be on Bragg Avenue, and right before you get to McDonald Street, right over there is when we got into the conflict. Carson Ave is where he cut me off.
Okay, so let's see here.
So it'd be 129, in between 129, I guess, between 130. Correction, 137.
137. So you said it started off on Carson. You guys made that
Yeah.
left-hand turn on Brogue. And
Actually, he just automatically went into the street and then back on the sidewalk, and that's when I had swerved and honked at him and everything.
Gotcha. And this is, you said Carson and Brogue.
Carson Avenue, yeah, okay. Near Grove.
Okay. Let me go and talk to the officer here. Figure out the entirety of the situation, and I'll be with you shortly. You are handcuffed to this desk here, so don't get any crazy ideas, okay?
Okay.
Gotcha. Oh, the lock is weird. Hold on, there we go. Okay. So what's the original reason that he got brought in again?
So the original reason for the stop was just a simple traffic light infraction, but he looked really nervous after I came back from running his record.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed he had a firearm sitting in his passenger seat, and I asked him if he had a valid weapons license. He said he didn't, and at that time, I asked him to step out of his vehicle. That's when he reached for his gun. I pulled my firearm, and then he was at that time he proceeded to leave my stop. And not sure which unit was attached to me, but we initiated a pursuit from there.
Oh, this was
after we
pursuit, right?
We're able to detain him. He assaulted me before we were able to detain him. I was able to tase him and detained him, and he started headbutting officers. He was just very uncooperative and very violent towards us. He didn't want to talk about anything until now.
Okay. Gotcha. Go ahead and stop my